If you're interested in real estate or thinking about diving into the world of property investment, then you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about Barbara Corcoran, the legendary real estate mogul you might recognize from Shark Tank. She's built an incredible career from scratch, starting with just $1,000 and turning that into a real estate empire worth hundreds of millions. Now, I know real estate can seem a bit daunting, especially with all the talk about rising prices and tricky market conditions. But Barbara's got some tried and true methods that make it a whole lot simpler. In this video, we'll break down the essentials of real estate investing straight from Barbara Corcoran herself. And at the end, because I've got a little bonus for you, Barbara's own golden rule for real estate investing. It's a game changer and one of the key reasons she's been so successful. Chapter 1. Bootstrapping. Let's start with one of Barbara Corcoran's most inspiring lessons: bootstrapping a business. Imagine starting a company with just $1,000. That's exactly what Barbara did when she co-founded her real estate business in New York City. No huge investments, no fancy office, just pure grit, creativity, and determination. Her story shows us that you don't need a fortune to build something big. You just need to make the most of what you have. Bootstrapping is all about resourcefulness. For Barbara, it meant identifying opportunities that others ignored, like focusing on niche markets when the competition was too busy chasing the big fish. She turned her lack of resources into a strength by getting creative with her marketing. In the early days, she wrote her own press releases, designed her own ads, and made her business stand out with innovative ideas like the Corcoran Report, a simple yet powerful market analysis that became a must-read in New York real estate. It didn't cost her much, but it generated massive exposure. Chapter 2. Breaking even in year 1. One of Barbara Corcoran's key principles when it comes to real estate investing is the importance of breaking even during the first year. Now, you might be thinking, shouldn't I be making a profit right away? But here's the thing. Barbara believes that aiming to break even in the first year is a smart, realistic goal. And here's why. When you invest in a property, especially as a beginner, you're laying the groundwork for long-term gains, not just quick cash. For Barbara, the goal isn't immediate profit, it's stability. By focusing on breaking even, you ensure that your rental income is covering your mortgage, taxes, and maintenance costs. This way, you're not losing money, but you're also not under pressure to sell too early or scramble for funds. Barbara emphasizes that this first-year break-even strategy gives you breathing room and allows the property to appreciate in value over time. In the real estate game, patience is key. If your tenants are covering your costs, you're already in a strong position. Once you've weathered that first year, the magic of real estate really starts to happen. As property values rise and your mortgage balance decreases, you can begin to see real profits in the second or third year. And by that point, you've set yourself up for long-term success. This mindset of playing the long game is what separates successful investors from those who burn out too quickly. Chapter 3. Best time to buy. When is the best time to buy real estate? If you ask Barbara Corcoran, her answer is simple: right now. And that's not just a catchphrase. It's a philosophy she stands by. Barbara believes that the sooner you get into the market, the better. As she often says, getting in the game is the first step toward building wealth through real estate. You don't just buy a property. You get a chip in the game, a chance to trade up and build equity over time. Now, I know a lot of people are hesitant to buy right now because of high interest rates. And it's true. Rates aren't as low as they used to be. But according to Barbara, waiting for those 2 to 3% interest rates to come back is a losing game. She calls it history. Those rates aren't coming back. Instead, she suggests that waiting could actually cost you more in the long run. Here's why. If rates eventually drop to around 5%, what do you think will happen? Everyone who's been waiting on the sidelines will rush into the market, and that demand will push prices up even further. With limited inventory, bidding wars could drive prices up by 10, 15, or even 20%. So while you're waiting for a better rate, you might end up paying much more for the property itself. Barbara's advice is clear. Don't try to time the market. Real estate is about long-term gains. Whether you're buying a home to live in or an investment property, the value tends to go up over time. So why wait? The best time to buy is when you're ready, because ultimately, it's not about market timing. It's about making the most of your opportunities when they come. Chapter 4. Best Mortgage Rate. Let's talk about one of the most important steps in the home buying process: securing the best mortgage rate. According to Barbara Corcoran, this is where a little extra effort can pay off big time. It might be tempting to just go with the first bank you talk to, but Barbara suggests taking the time to shop around. In a recent video, Barbara stressed the importance of visiting several banks, not just one, when you're looking for a mortgage. Why? Because different banks offer different rates and incentives. Sometimes you can even find special discounts if you've been a long-time customer. Barbara says it's always worth asking your bank if they have any perks for loyal customers. It could save you a full 0.25% on your mortgage rate. Now, 0.25% might not sound like much at first, but over the life of your mortgage, that small difference can add up to thousands of dollars in savings. Imagine paying that money towards your home equity, or using it to make upgrades to your property instead of handing it over in interest payments. It's a simple step that could make a huge impact on your financial future. So don't settle for the first rate you see. Be proactive, do your homework, and talk to multiple lenders. The more options you explore, the better your chances of landing a deal that works for you. And that's money saved for years to come. Chapter 5. Golden Rule. All right, as I promised, it's time to talk about Barbara Corcoran's famous Golden Rule of real estate investing. This is the strategy that has helped her build a real estate empire, and it's one she swears by. Barbara's Golden Rule is simple, but powerful. Always aim to put at least 20% down when buying a property. Why 20%? According to Barbara, this larger down payment is key to setting yourself up for success from the start. When you put 20% down, you're more likely to break even, meaning your rental income will cover your mortgage and expenses right away. And that's crucial because it means your property isn't costing you money out of pocket. Instead, your tenants are essentially paying off your investment. But that's not all. Barbara also emphasizes the importance of buying in areas that are on the rise. If you can find a property in a neighborhood that's growing in demand, you're not just breaking even. You're positioning yourself to make a lot more money over time as the area appreciates in value. It's all about riding the wave of neighborhood growth. Barbara puts it best. If you can buy a property with 20% down, you break even, you get the tenants to pay your mortgage, you always make money. And if you can saddle onto the back of an up-and-coming area, you'll make a lot of money. So simply stick to that 20% down payment, find the right area, and you'll be well on your way to real estate success. And that's a wrap. Let's quickly recap what we learned today. We talked about Barbara Corcoran's journey from humble beginnings to real estate mogul, her golden rule of putting 20% down, the importance of breaking even in year one, the differences between residential and commercial tenants, and why the best time to buy is right now. Plus, we covered some smart tips on shopping around for the best mortgage rate. If you found these insights helpful and want to stay ahead in the world of real estate, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more tips, tricks, and insider knowledge coming your way. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy investing.